you know, the role of art in our city is pretty special and an exalted kind of role in the life of this city.
Although art galleries are very important to artists, especially emerging artists. It's a place where you could kind of get a collective thought through, show a project, show a process, and show intent. I prefer public art a little bit more over that now in my career because, you know, frankly, after this project, I could see how it's able to change the discussion of how we value our environment.
Art in general, it's a universal language. You know, I think that's one of the main reasons why art and music and fashion are so synonymous across the globe, because everybody speaks that language in their own unique way. I mean, it's probably one of the most genuine approaches when it comes to speaking that language across different genres.
Sports continues to do that for people. It continues to bridge divides between race, religion, age, socioeconomic status, and other things. And I think art has the same kind of effect, maybe even more. Our job really is to sell Washington, D.C. as the primary place and the premier destination in the world for all things event related. And so we want to continue to do that, and anything we can do to enhance that experience. And our city's been pretty great about putting public art all around in the neighborhoods near and far throughout the city.
To be able to be part of a project that's so immersive and experiential and something that all ages can enjoy. And that's something that you can't get on blank walls in the gallery. You know, from every corner, walking up the steps, down the steps, and seeing everything, it was a lot more dimensional. And we had to adjust a lot of things to kind of compensate for, you know, some of the angles, but more have it live and breathe and let the space kind of dictate what it wants. I live within my culture. I consume the same things. I often try to take those objects and themes and incorporate those in my art.
You know, the way that he relates to the culture, and I think his followers and people who are interested in his art, this seemed to fit perfectly. To have a skate park, but also a huge canvas, I thought it was perfect for him, and we're really happy that he decided to do this for us. I just think it's a fantastic thing to be able to stand in the middle of a painting, which is kind of what we're doing right now. I think that's very cool.
Oh man, the first thing I thought when I walked onto that skate park was just 2 years of blood, sweat, and tears. You know, sweat equity goes a long way, and to see something of that scale.
So when I first walked out here, I knew the colors were going to be vibrant and that was going to be great. But the only thing I really cared about that had to be here was the stars and bars from the DC flag. Because we are at a really special time in the life of this city where people are embracing Washington, D.C.
With art, you know, it's colorful. It's something that, you know, you can kind of interpret in your own way, your own interpretation, your own integration, iteration, whatever. But it's something that everyone can kind of extend some type of emotion or exude some type of emotion. I think that's the key thing when it comes to art.
Obviously the Events DC logo didn't hurt. It's always great to see that out there so people understand that you know, we're responsible for bringing this to them. But having that stars and bars, I think, is what will make it resonate for everybody who loves this city.
I wanted to, in an abstract way, represent the fabric of the local community.
I think we've tried to use art, again, as a way to get people excited and to enhance their event experience.
This piece communicates society, this particular society, this culture, how all the shapes are interwoven together, you know, as how we come together as a culture, how we come together as DC natives.
It was really as an opportunity to give back to the community here on Capitol Hill as a recreational amenity. And while we have had a few events here and are always looking to have more events here, this really belongs to the neighborhood. It belongs to the community.
We first came into the Southwest community, there wasn't anything around here, and that was in 2012. So one of our first points of contact with Events DC was to find strategic ways to integrate the arts conversation, not just in Southwest, but Northeast, Northwest, and Southeast as well. And I think with this skate park mount, it really does showcase what you can do with public art, with the development conversation, and really realizing where sports is taking a lot of individuals and, you know, their athleticism. The same thing can be replicated when it comes to public art.
You know, like the community is gonna use this. It's not just a wall that they're gonna stand back from. This is something that they're gonna interact with.